Basically, in India, we have the MBA for 2 years. Like, then what's the really need for that 5 years MBA course?
Okay, why 5-year MBA
Yes.
as against a 2-year MBA?
Yes.
Right. So, I will tell you actually three reasons why we did this. The first is we did a comparison of India versus US. The MBA program started in the US. So, it was designed in the US and it was copied in India. But what happens is in the US, anybody joining MBA has got work-ex. Minimum 3 years, maybe more. So their typical average intake age is 27, 28, etc. Right? Whereas in India, even in the IIMs, we have only very young people, 22, 23 average age. If somebody has got even 3 years experience, even the IIMs don't shortlist them. They simply say, please apply to the executive MBA. So our whole MBA is designed for people who are almost fresh out of graduation, and their MBA is meant for people who have got a lot of work-ex. But we are using the same curriculum, which is faulty. That's the first problem. How can we use for a curriculum which is designed for people with work-ex, but we are teaching it to freshers? That's the first problem. The second problem is that we actually went and asked people in industry, what is your view about what is an MBA? Is MBA good enough? And especially when you talk to a lot of Indian companies, they said, no, MBA is all about a lot of concepts and ideas, and they talk about high-level things like strategy and all the stuff. But they can't do basic, skills for the job. They are not able to even sell anything, so they don't have selling skills. They don't have negotiation skills. So they don't have, required people skills. They have a lot of concepts and a lot of PPTs. So this is the feedback we are getting from Indian corporates. So they said they don't have skills. The third thing is that many of the Indian corporates also said that, not in India, even small businessmen said that the MBA believes that his knowledge or her knowledge is independent of the domain. And they think that I'm an MBA, I can do in any domain. But that is not the way Indian business people see their business. They say that we are able to make money in our domain because we know the domain very well. One example which we have here in Sri City itself is a company which was originally making electrical switches, and they were so good in that field and they made money. They went and acquired another company which was, making air conditioning and refrigeration and all that. Imagine a switch making company does that, right? So that's because their understanding of the domain is so good. So they said, how come MBA people don't know anything about domain? And the answer is that we don't teach domain normally in MBA, right? So these are the three reasons really.
If we want to summarize it in this like short, what are the major things why 5 years?
Oh, so if I say in 3 sentences, I will say that the 5-year program is designed to bridge the problem of work experience. The 5-year program takes care of the skills, and the 5-year program is meant for addressing the knowledge on the domains. That's all.
Okay. So what is the course structure of this 5-year MBA course curriculum structure of it?
Okay, so let's begin with the the end in mind, so to speak. So what are we trying to do? We are trying to create people who understand business very well, and the best way to learn business is to actually do business. But if we can't do that in a college, the second best thing is probably work with a business person. So we have something called a final year project for these students who will have to work with an entrepreneur, and these students work in pairs. So they work with the entrepreneur. They have to improve the entrepreneur's bottom line and top line. And these are not big. These are not what you call those. What is that fancy word? Unicorns. No, they are not. These are very, very small entrepreneurs who are typically 5 lakh to 50 lakh turnover per year. That's all. So our students will work with them and help them improve their performance. So that is the first important part of this. Second is, during our study of Indian business people, asking them what are the key skills required. They said that, to use a very Hindi phrase, they said, बेचना, खरीदना और हिसाब रखना. So selling, buying and accounting. So our whole program has been redesigned like that, has been made to do that way. So in the first year we have an accounting internship, in the second year we have a sales internship, and in the third year we have a purchasing internship. And in each year the courses are also designed to support that internship. So that's the second thing. So we are first thing we are addressing, as I said. This is the internship part, and the third part is about the domain. So if you look at the domain, what we have done is we have courses. Right now we have 4 courses on domains, and these are what I would call evergreen domains. So for example, retail is an evergreen domain. So we have a course called the business of retail. And then international trade is a very interesting field because it doesn't require you to invest any big money. You are basically a trader, but you are doing either exports or imports. So we teach international trade as a course, right? And we are not talking about the high funda of economics and all. We are talking about the actual, how do you, what is a bill of lading, what is a bill of entry, how do you get customs clearance, right? We take the students to the harbor, we show them, that kind of thing it is. It's a very practical course. So so we have domain courses like that. So that's about it.
Okay, like basically speaking, domain specific practicality. Like if you want to just course structure in the short way.
Yeah. So I would say skill courses we have domain courses, and we have this final year project which is on working with the entrepreneur to grow their business. So these are the things that make our program very distinctive and unique.
So, and like, what are the possible options of like for doing this? What are the possible options for this 5-year course?
Oh, you mean are they stuck here for 5 years? No. So they can stay for 5 years if they want. They have other options. So the program is envisaged to do 3+2, 3 years of bachelor's and 2 years of master's. So they will get 2 degrees, bachelor's and master's degrees. That is the bigger picture. But suppose we have students who want to go out at the end of 3 years, either because they want to go to work or they want to go and study in an IIM or something. That option is open, so they can leave with a bachelor's degree. If they want to work, we will place them. Not an issue, because we have enough network to ensure that happens. We have recruiters who have shown interest in our curriculum. So we can place them after 3 years, or if they write CAT, they can go to IIMs. That's also an option. Then we have one more option, which is those who want to go to study masters in North America. There they have a 12+4 requirement. You should do 12 years of school plus 4 years of bachelor's. So we offer people an exit at the end of 4 years. We call it as bachelor's in business with honors. So they do 4-year program, which makes it perfect to go to US. So these are the 3 exit options, 5, 4 and 3. There is no placement in the 4-year option. The other interesting thing that only we have, which nobody has so far, is that after 3 years, a student, if they inform us in advance, they can go work for 1 year and come back. So they will have a 3+1+2, and that 1-year work ex is very valuable, because almost all our alumni have said that you can get more out of the MBA classroom if you have work ex. Especially in some of the courses like human resources, organizational behavior, strategy and all, because if you have not worked in a company, it sounds very abstract. If suppose somebody says leadership and all, sounds very abstract to a fresh out of college person. So that 1 year working between 3 and 2 can make a real difference. That's also an option for us.